Hi everyone, this is Danny from Three Kingdoms Games, and we're doing a quick video on how to play Hive Pocket Edition. All right, so here we have.
Hi, I'm Saul. I'm the manager for the Eglinton location.
Okay, and we have.
Hi, I'm Lewis, and I'm one of the owners of Three Kingdoms Games.
Okay, all right. So this is Hive. So we have a whole bunch of tiles here. Saul, I'm going to have you explain some of the rules and how to play Hive. Okay.
Okay. So Hive is an abstract strategy game for 2 players. The idea is that you want to encircle the opponent's queen, which is the most important piece for them. So the queen has a basic movement of it can move 1 in any direction. Now every tile has its own unique movement. So for the beetles, they can move 1 in any direction, but they can also climb on other pieces.
Okay.
Spiders have to move 3, and they only move on the outside of the hive. Grasshoppers can jump, and they have to go over other pieces. They can't jump over a gap. And the ants can move anywhere they want on the outside of the hive.
So the second half of the game, because it's a tile placement game, you have to make sure that the hive stays intact. Otherwise, you would have 2 separate hives. So that's one of the key rules. And the second key rule is when you're placing your tiles, the queen bee has to go onto the board by the end of the 4th round. You can play in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round, but by the end of the 4th round, both bees have to be on the board.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm sure there are other rules that go on with the game, but we can go through those rules while we're playing, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's start the game.
All right.
So who goes first?
So,
Saul, you go ahead.
sure. So I'm going to start with an ant.
Because he plays an ant, I'm going to choose a spider, and I'm going to place it right across from him. Therefore, just maintaining the connectivity of the hive.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the grasshopper because this lets me jump onto the other side of him, which will limit his options for playing pieces.
So explain to me now, that ant in the middle, that blue piece, can
Yeah.
no longer move, correct?
Correct. Because if it moves, it breaks the hive, and that's an illegal movement. in the
Okay,
game.
awesome.
Going against convention, I'm actually going to play the queen earlier than expected, and I'm going to play him in the 2nd round off to the side here.
Why would you do that?
Because if I place it at the end there, knowing that he has a grasshopper that can hop over all of the other pieces, it would just surround my queen much easier, so that I will put it on the side and hope for the best.
Okay.
Now I'm going to play my spider here. Now the reason I'm playing it here and not here is because you cannot place a new tile if it would touch any of your opponent's pieces. So that is the best placement for me right now.
And for myself, I'm going to put a spider here, a grasshopper here, knowing that he has to play a queen by the next turn because
Yep.
that'll be his 4th turn.
So to try to stay out of the grasshopper's jump, I will place my queen there.
On that, I'm going to place an ant onto my queen. That way I retain the mobility of my pieces.
Now, wouldn't that lock down your queen right there?
It definitely does, and it doesn't move, but ideally you wouldn't move your queen as often because you kind of want to try to attack the other side and just try to avoid ways that Saul can actually surround my queen.
Cool.
Yeah. So to prevent his ant's mobility, I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3.
So you just locked down his ants.
So yeah, his ant can't move.
Okay.
So that provides me with a bit of a predicament. So I'm going to try and add another ant on the other side of this so that I can add my mobility again onto the board.
Now the other reason I put the spider there is because this will now let me start putting tiles down pretty close to his queen.
So Saul's going on the offensive right now.
So on my turn, I'm going to start going on the attack and start moving things onto the other side to try to surround his queen.
So his queen's half locked. Now Saul can move his queen though, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But I am going to go for more aggressive movements and try to go for the win quickly.
I, in turn, will flip my grasshopper to the other side and try to get closer to his queen.
So now this will give me the option to jump next turn onto the other side of his queen.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a game that I'm not going to do very well in, it looks like. I am going to start putting a beetle close by.
That's a cool piece. That beetle has a special move. What does that do?
Well, the beetle, you can only move one spot in any other case, but it can also move on to other insects on the board. So if I wanted to, I could move him onto here and actually move through the piece onto the other side to surround his
So
queen.
what happens to that piece that's under it?
The piece that's underneath, it can no longer move because it's been locked down by the beetle. And other than that, the beetle is sort of like the
Okay.
queen by moving one step at a time.
So as a strategy, you can literally move the beetle on top of the queen, so the queen can't move at all.
Correct. And then
Okay.
you can proceed to surround the queen and then move your beetle off of it, and you win the game.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, just to stay aggressive and try to keep him from going after my queen so aggressively,
So I will now put a spider on this side of the board because I want to get closer to his queen.
I will place my spider here because currently at 3 moves it will move me right next to his queen.
So the spider can only move 3 spots, so I'll proceed to go 1, 2, and 3 and proceed to surround his queen. Now I'm only 2 moves away from actually winning this game.
1, 2, and 3.
Ooh,
And now I'm 1 move away.
Saul is 1 move away from winning. Lou is 2 moves away from winning.
And I don't think I can do anything on that. Actually, there may be one way for me to stop it. I will go on this side of it. Actually, 1 second. I think I'm doomed. So I would just go for the win and lose.
So this will jump from here to here.
But he does not win the game yet, mainly because I've moved away my own piece to surround the queen.
Right.
And now I will do the same. Actually, let's see. He doesn't get to win the game because he has to cover this spot.
Yes.
Yep.
So now I can actually...
So Saul has 2 moves before he can win.
Yes.
And I can't jump over anything with the grasshopper, so I will have to...
So just a quick board to see what's left. So we have 2 more grasshoppers, a beetle, and an ant for Lewis.
I'll do that to lock down the spider.
Was that already on the board?
No, it was not.
That is a legal placement.
that is
Legal
an
play, so you cannot place.
So I think, and this can't
For all
get
of you
out.
wondering, Lewis has done that every test game we've done at this.
What, you mean cheat?
Yes.
I try not to. Things get when things get to a bind, you have to. And it's Saul's placement turn.
So
Hey,
put that
can we
there.
stop there for 1 second? I have a quick question. So right now, looking at this particular scenario, we have an ant right over here that can move into this spot. Can it not?
No, because this opening is not big enough for the ant to actually go in. So that's
Oh.
one of the rules of the game. So that's why I can't move him in there. The only one that can move in there right now is the beetle, because without the beetle, it can fit right in there and it can move 1 spot. So that would be the only play that I have
I
to
see.
surround it. And knowing that his next move will be using the grasshopper to flip to hop into here, I have to use my ant as a defensive measure on the outside to lock down the grasshopper.
Okay.
Yeah. And since he's done that, I have pretty limited options. So the beetle, which could step into that 1 spot.
Yes, and I believe that is going to be very hard for me to come away with, because I will go for the win and move it into here, knowing that the next turn he has the game.
Yeah. So I can easily just move in with my giant fumbling fingers. Easily move into that. There we go.
And
All
because
right.
now my queen is fully surrounded by both his and my own insect tiles, he has won the game and I'm on the losing end of this one.
All right. Congratulations, Saul.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you guys for showing us how to play Hive.
If you like this game, you can come to either location and get a copy today.
All right. And that's Hive Pocket Edition. We also have Hive, the standard edition as well. All right. Thanks, guys.